Big breaking news, a Chinese spy aircraft has been spotted over the United States. The Pentagon is panicking. They are thinking about shooting down this intelligence aircraft that's over the United States. Right now, it is also targeting ICBM nuclear missile silos are being targeted from this Chinese spy plane. This is big breaking news. This is the closest the United States has been to World War III. We have a Chinese spy craft entering our United States airspace. Senators are concerned, members of Congress are concerned, and the Pentagon is freaking out right now. This is big breaking news. That's why this is a late story here, because this is happening right now, and this is critical news that needs to get out to you. And it's a little late, so it might be a little quiet because the family's sleeping, all right? So let's get into this article here. It says Chinese spy balloon flying over the U.S., quote, right now, Pentagon says. This article just came out a few hours ago, and they're still dealing with this situation currently, and it has been spotted over ICBM nuclear missile silos, trying to get intelligence on them. This is very serious. This is World War III level scenarios. All right, it says a Chinese surveillance balloon is collecting intelligence over the continental United States, quote, right now, a senior U.S. official disclosed Thursday, acknowledging that the Pentagon has been monitoring the craft for several days and briefly considered shooting it down before concluding that doing so posed a safety risk. This is currently happening. And says the balloon is traveling at an altitude, quote, well above commercial air traffic and does not present a military or physical threat to the people on the ground. And they said they're going to continue to track this. It says the striking development comes at a time of peak tension between the world powers and just hours ahead of Secretary of State Antony Blinken's expected departure for Beijing, where he is to hold a series of long-scheduled meetings with senior Chinese officials. So right before this happens, China gets caught with a spy craft in our airspace. All right, this is crazy that this is happening right now. And you can see here a senator from Montana is coming out and saying this is unacceptable and saying that this is a national security risk. So Montana Senator Daines, quote, alarmed at Chinese spy balloon and says significant concern that ICBM fields have been targeted. This is a grave national security threat. How is this spy balloon able to get into our airspace? These balloons are capable of carrying loads. This balloon could have had weapons on it, could have had a missile on it, and could have dropped it from the balloon. All right, this is a real threat that could have happened. It says that the senator sent a letter to the DoD demanding answers for the suspected Chinese spy balloon spotted above his state. He said that this is, quote, a concerning event, and he said the fact that this balloon was able to occupy Montana airspace creates significant concern that Malmstrom Air Force Base and the United States ICBM fields are the targets of this intelligence gathering mission. All right, so this is huge that this is happening, and this senator is even coming out and saying that the ICBM fields are being targeted. Daines wrote that given the serious nature of this event, he is requesting a full security briefing from the administration on this situation. Quote, it is vital to establish the flight path of this balloon, any compromised U.S. national security assets, and all telecom or IT infrastructure on the ground within the United States that the spy balloon was utilizing. All right, so he's also saying that the spy balloon could have been utilizing IT infrastructure or U.S. telecoms on the ground, intercepting our own communications, and that's how it could have been communicating with China back home and collecting data that way too. It says, as you know, Montana plays a vital national security role by housing nuclear missile silos at Malmstrom Air Force Base. And says, given the increased hostility and destabilization around the globe aimed at the United States and our allies, I am alarmed by the fact that the spy balloon was able to infiltrate the airspace of our country and Montana. Everyone should be alarmed. This is serious. This has never happened. I've never heard of this. Something like this is huge breaking news. And you can see here, here's a map of some of the missile silo locations, and you can see Montana alone is home to hundreds of missile silos. North Dakota right next to it, thousands. Washington is home to thousands. Colorado, Wyoming, all these other states have missile silos as well, and the balloon was right up there in the northwestern area of the United States. So this is very serious. Where did it enter? Did it enter from Canada? That's why the senator is saying he wants to see the flight path. Did it come through Washington and it just went over all these different states and missile silos? And why has the Pentagon still not shot it down? It's just a balloon. And they're saying it creates a bigger security risk, the danger to shoot down this balloon instead of allowing it to fly. All right, it's a bigger risk to shoot it down instead of having it collect intelligence on the United States ICBMs. All right, it doesn't make any sense to me. It seems like it should be shot down immediately, and they said they've been tracking it for days. So let me know what you guys think about this. This is big breaking news. Are we on the verge of World War III already? All right, is this, and how is this not shot down? How is this not bigger news? What if this was an actual armed craft? All right, these balloons, I'm telling you, there's YouTubers that use these weather balloons and they've dropped rockets and things like that. All right, there's this YouTuber Mark Robler, and he used a weather balloon. Sorry about that, to drop essentially a rocket from it, and he was saying this is almost like illegal. He's got to like talk to the FAA, all this stuff, because these weather balloons can hold weapons on them as well. They get very high, and these missiles can reach terminal velocity. They can get over any target and drop a missile that reaches terminal velocity and hits a target somewhere in the United States. This is very serious that this is happening. This is essentially, just because it's a balloon does not mean it's a craft. The Pentagon is calling this a Chinese craft. All right, that's what they're saying this is right now, and this is huge that this is happening. This is kind of like history in the making. When has the United States airfield ever been penetrated like this by foreign intelligence? All right, and what if there's Chinese spy balloons all over? It's one of these things we don't know. There could be more of them, and I really do not feel safe with this leadership that's in place right now. I'm not going to lie, especially with China. There's a lot of weird connections to China, a lot of things that could be compromising for China within this administration, a lot of business dealings, a lot of these things that could be compromising for China, and for China to potentially have even like blackmail over this administration. I don't like to get into things like this that are more speculative, but there is a lot of evidence to back up that China has things on this administration, and there is a lot of ties between this administration and China. So it's one of these things, would we be protected at the highest levels? Would there be compromises because of past dealings that have already happened? All right, let's hope not. I hope that's not the case, but you never know. All right, there's a lot of wheeling and dealing that goes on behind the scenes. All right, so let me know what you guys think about this. This is massive breaking news. Chinese weather balloon, Chinese spy balloon is inside the United States right now, and the Pentagon is responding and is spying on our nuclear missile silos. All right, I never thought I'd be saying this, but it's happening, guys. So smash that like, smash that thumbs up. Go check out my new channel. I just posted a new video, solo survival, and I survived with no food, no water, no shelter through an Arctic blast. Got down to 5 degrees Fahrenheit, negative 15 degrees Celsius. Go check out that video after this video, and you guys have a big old blessed day.